Hi, and welcome to day 25 of the Summer Member Makeover. And I know Crystal's had an emergency, and Donna is just now popping in, and here she goes. Hi, Donna. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I just dawned on me I didn't put on my earbuds. Is there?
Yeah, I should put mine in, but I think they're dead.
I just totally was forgetful of that. And so I'm going to do that just in case. I don't want anybody to have too much reverb. So there, can you hear me okay? Donna? Can
Is
you
that
hear me?
better? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Awesome.
Okay. Let me
Thanks.
put let me put the other one in.
All right, so we're going to take and get started. Crystal had an emergency at work, so I'm not sure she's going to be able to join us. And Janie, with it being the Thursday and at a medical office, I'm sure things are going crazy there. Yeah. So anyway, I just am so thankful, Donna, that you could join us today as we are finishing up the 4th week.
Doesn't even seem possible.
I know, it's gone by really fast. Do you have any wins that you'd like to share with us?
Just I okay, here's a big win. Yesterday I went all day long. I left the house before 8 a.m. I did not get back until like 9:30 last night.
Wow.
Was a very long day, but when I got back, I was so energized. I had drank water all day. I'd done the protein. I had done all my little nuggets of, things. And I felt great. I was not exhausted, which 6 weeks ago, I would be dragging.
That's amazing. That's great.
Yep.
Yeah, the energy is really, it's so interesting that those changes can give you so much of an energy boost. So today I sent you information about guilt-free eating for life. And I just wanted to take and, go through and review a few things. You've been very successful, all three of you, at taking those little small steps that are relatively pretty easy, and yet you've been producing some really marvelous results.
Yep.
And so, everybody's commented how they've had more energy. It's improved their mental clarity. It's helped with the focus. Most, I think, are feeling like they've pretty well conquered their cravings. You've all lost weight. Plus, you didn't have to give up your favorite foods, which is a real plus. So, how are you feeling about all of that?
It just feels like I wasn't doing it before, but it just feels very natural now. It's not like I have to, really think about it and really kind of plan. It's just it's been like a natural progression. So it just feels like it's always been that way.
That's great.
So easy.
I think it's really interesting when I hear from you gals that now you wake up and the first thing you really want is water. And I personally have felt that for a long time, but it's hard for other people to really think that really you want water. Most people just want coffee. But no, I like my water before my coffee.
Well, that's the thing. I used to go and have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea first thing, and now I go and drink about 8 glasses of water. It's not like I really think about it. It's like, ooh, that would just taste so good.
Yeah, and I don't know. I also find that I take and probably wake up thirsty just because my body's gotten so accustomed to it.
Mm-hmm.
So how about time? Did everything the last 4 weeks, have you had to spend much time?
No. That is the cool part. It has incorporated so well into my life. As you know, most of the time when we talk, I'm in the car. Today I came out to Panera's and I'm sitting at Panera working just because of all the craziness. But it just kind of fits in. I don't really have to struggle and go, okay, well, I'm at this restaurant, so what am I going to eat? And it's not like I'm having to go, well, this won't fit or this won't fit. it's like, oh, I could have this or this or this because they all fit.
They all fit. Awesome. Awesome. So I'm glad the time, because I know that so many women say, oh, I don't have time for
Don't
this
have time.
now. And that's not true. It doesn't need to take, it shouldn't take much time. And it will become natural in less
no
than
time.
in less
Yeah.
than 4 weeks. So I think that that's really important that everybody that's listening and watching take and think about. Today, I know in my meditation, it was a guided one, and it was talking about the moment. And this is a new moment, but it's the last time you'll be in this moment. And all of our days are that way. And so it's really important that we think about that, sometimes we do waste a lot of times on things that aren't really going to be as beneficial to us. And honestly, you can make a lot of changes without having to spend much time making them. So I think that's what I really know that you gals have been feeling. And so, have you felt, even though it maybe didn't take much time, did you feel guilty taking any extra minutes for you?
Well, since I'm single, no.
Well, I know
My life's
that,
a little different.
yeah, I know that Crystal here would have really loved
Chris,
to answer this question.
yes, because I know from the time we've spent with Crystal, she does feel guilty because she is always done for everyone, and she still has children living at home. So that makes a difference. But I think she's moved past that from what I've gathered in her talking. She's kind of moved past that because she realizes that to be a better mom, a better partner, a better person, a better friend, you have to take that time for yourself. And that kind of gives you the chance to re-energize your own batteries.
Right.
So that you have the energy to be there for other people.
Right. And she did share that she does not feel guilty because number one, it doesn't take much time, but number two, she deserves it.
Exactly. And Janie would say the same thing.
Yeah,
She
Janie.
still has children at home.
Right, exactly.
But you don't have to wait until you're my age and no children
That's right.
to take time for yourself.
Exactly. Exactly. Every woman needs to be able to have some time to herself every day.
Exactly.
It's the most important thing you can do for your body, but also for your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
So how about guilt around foods? Do you feel like you have any guilt around foods anymore?
No, I don't because, I mean, look at what my 4 weeks has been. I've had 2 birthday parties and I had cake at both of them. I've gone out, I've had a glass of wine, and I don't feel guilty. I don't have lots of glasses of wine, but I have that one glass and I enjoy it. And this is one thing I noticed. You know how when you go out and have a margarita or you have a glass of wine, that first glass goes down really fast, and then the second one's a little bit longer. I've noticed that the first glass doesn't go as fast as it used to. I am savoring it more, and it's not that I'm going, well, I'm only going to have one glass, so I need to enjoy it. It's like my body is going, ooh, let's just enjoy this, and it's an unconscious thing that's happening, which I find really interesting. I like the quirky stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so important, that we can learn to savor the flavors in our foods, because we can also control the amount that we're eating and drinking by just those simple steps of just enjoying it and really being mindful. And I think that all is part of that whole mindful eating.
But I think when you start with one mindful piece, it just kind of oozes into all the other aspects. It's not like I make a conscious decision. It just
Right.
happens.
Yeah. Yep, that is so true. And so the other thing that I always like to start to have women think about is that, don't turn back. It's so important after making changes that you just, make sure you keep looking forward rather than starting to revert back. And so I just had a couple of tips that I shared with you gals about, it really is all about balance. It's about balance in the food choices. It's about balance in all the other aspects of our lives. And we've just kind of started to hit those. We hit the mental and the emotional and the spiritual just a little bit. And there's a lot more there that we could take and forward onto. But the thing that I think that's most important is to be mindful that this is now your new normal. And, when you increase your energy and you notice all of that, what I have found is after about the first 4 to 6 weeks, people are like, well, it's not working anymore. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not working? You're still losing weight. Yeah, but I don't have all that extra energy. Well, are you accomplishing the same amount or more than what you did a couple weeks ago? Well, yeah. Well, that energy starts to be your new normal.
Yeah.
And so it's just so important to realize that when all of a sudden you think, oh man, maybe this isn't working anymore, stop and compare to where you were when you started. And you're going to say, oh, yeah, it's still working. It's just your new normal. A new normal is, it's fun, it's exuberating, but it is going to come to a point where you say, oh, this is just typical. And that's where you know that, hey, I've really made a lot of changes and I've been sticking to them. And it really, really is working. And then I always like to remind people that there will be a day, here and there, that you just let it blow to the wind, and you go back then onto your rules that or guidelines, whatever you want to call them, that you've created for yourself. Give yourself that 80% rule. You're trying to do it that best 80%, maybe 90, but we're never perfect. And so we shouldn't expect to be. So that whole new normal will soon be, or the whole new feeling will soon be your new normal. So it's really important that we just remember to continue to live by those guidelines. And tomorrow we're going to take and, the new guidelines, so one more thing, so that you can continue feeling guilt-free, have your guilt-free eating for life. And then tomorrow we're going to go into summing it up and where we go from here. And so we've got some really exciting things coming down that I just can't wait to start to be able to share with people. Some really neat stuff. And any other questions or anything, Donna?
No, I'm going to be the one to remind people to make sure they join your contest. Enter the contest because there's lots of cool stuff. And I know that the coloring package you've got, there's one little thing that I am coveting that I am going to reach out and see if I can buy that little sucker, is the folding pad to be able to do your coloring in and close it.
Yeah, that folding pad is really, really neat. So yes, that's. I thank you for mentioning that we have. Let's see. I'm just going to hurry up and type it in. FDF. I forgot to put that one in here. FDF contacts.
Yeah,
so if people just go to the fdfcontest.com, sign up today. You don't have to have participated in any of this. You can just be a watcher, somebody that's just interested. But go to the www.fdfcontest.com and enter today, because we have a boatload of prizes to give away. So anything else, Donna? Any other comments or anything else?
I mean, it's hard to believe that we're coming to the end of 4 weeks. Truly is, because it doesn't feel like that I don't feel like I've worked really hard. I have not starved myself. I've not deprived myself, but I've been losing weight. And I mean, that part just really excites me, that it just feels all very natural. you know, and I haven't, not with drugs or anything. And the exercising, I mean, who doesn't like the idea you only have to exercise 2 to 7 minutes a day or every other day, that you only have to exercise a little bit. And that all fits in my wheelhouse really nice because I don't like sweating. I glisten, I do not sweat.
I totally agree. So many women are just like you, and I enjoy mine. Ends up being 10 minutes. I enjoy it. But anyway, whatever we do is going to be really beneficial. And so I just want to remind everybody that on next Monday at the same time at 12:30, we are going to be Eastern time. We're going to be sharing and celebrating everybody's 4-week success. And I can't wait to see how everybody has done over the 4 weeks. And we'll have some exciting announcements by them too. So stay tuned for the excitement that is to come. You can always check out our website, forgetdietsforever.com, and don't forget to sign up for the FDF, that stands for Forget Diets Forever, FDFcontest.com, and enter to win today. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.